Hey everybody, it's Amy and Jackie here for week 2. And you'll notice that I don't have any makeup on today. That is because we just filmed week 3. We just did a treatment. So just letting my face cool and breathe and all those things. But today we wanted to talk about Jack. We get so many people being like, where do I even start?
Yeah, and it's so daunting. Sometimes I think that the internet is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Right? Because you really could find anything you want on the internet, but that being said, one can contradict the other.
Oh, that's a really good point.
It's just
You're
true.
right.
Yeah. And just either way. So we thought this was important, kind of just almost break it down easy, like a cookie cutter way to start skincare, self-care. And you don't have to know all these things, and you don't have to drop a ton of money. True Skin was opened with the idea of affordable skincare. So we try to, even with the products we suggest down to our treatments, we really try to think of just like the average people who want to take care of their skin, want the outside to look and reflect what's on the inside.
Yeah.
So I have a few products that I do suggest to all my clientele. I'm going to kind of show you some of them today. And like I said, it's going to be real basic.
Yeah. I think we said though about the contradicting, because right now I have a daughter. We're kind of trying to find what works best for her for acne. And I do find myself like, wait, I just doubled up on a product. Is that the right combination of products? Totally. Like, because you get so excited. Like you see a TikTok, you see a video, and it's like, oh, do this, do that. And then like I'm switching. And
especially
honestly,
before and after.
Honestly, I'm spending probably more money than I need to be spending.
Yeah.
And you've helped me so much. And then we fall out of habit or whatever. And then I see a video and I get like everybody else. It's a shiny penny. Let me try that.
Absolutely.
You know, so.
Yeah, that's huge. And acne is one thing in particular. And I have a couple products I'm going to go over that I love that you can get at your local drugstore. Gone are the days of, oh, don't buy your skincare from a drugstore. That was old school thinking.
Yeah, you're right.
Our drugstores are like super CVS's and super Walgreens. I mean, they have a whole skincare section now.
And celebrities are putting their products into CVS's and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And with acne, I'll use that as an example as I segue, but that's a perfect example where you will have some people stating you need to exfoliate, dry out the oils, kill the bacteria with a salicylic acid of some type maybe, and then follow it up with a salicylic topical. But then what ends up happening is if we're drying our skin out too much, if we're over exfoliating, now our sebum or our oil production in our skin goes into overdrive, trying to balance out our skin tone. Well, then what happens? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if you're dealing with a teenager, especially an athlete, like Amy's daughter, there's a whole other list of things.
Right.
So my motto has always been less is more. It just is. I mean, you can't have 55 items that you're doing day and night.
I like that because sometimes you do watch those videos and they're like,
oh, there's
10-step treatment. And I'm like, that's like when those people are like, here's my go-to dinner. And it's like, you think it's going to be quick. And then they're like chopping an onion and they have like 10 things.
I know. And they're like crushing the garlic.
I don't have time for that.
Chef.
This is not my go-to quick dinner.
Absolutely not. And I think that goes for most of I know just our clientele, but most people.
Yeah.
Whether they're working women who work either inside or outside of the home. Yeah. We're just busy.
We're busy.
And I don't know about you, but
these kids are busy.
They are.
That makes us busy.
Yes, even more busy.
Yeah.
So let's start with that. So when I talk about different products, probably the most frustrated I get when it comes to products and over gimmicky and selling when you're walking into your large skincare stores like the Ultas or whatever, which are wonderful. I love them. But you should not be dropping all sorts of money on cleansers. It's on your face for like you're washing it, you put it on and you rinse it off.
Wait, have you seen the trend of like these 11-year-olds going into Ulta, like dropping hundreds of dollars?
Oh, yeah, with Drunk Elephant specifically. And Drunk Elephant is an anti-aging product. They should not be using that.
Yeah, I can't even believe this is a trend.
Well, and
at 11, I was playing with Barbies learning how to braid hair. I wasn't
I can't even. I don't.
These girls know what they're talking about. They
do
think they know what they're talking about.
it.
Is what I should say. They think they know what they're talking
They
about.
like the steps, and we do teens here.
Yeah,
and we love it.
Girls are like,
they're like 10 and 11, and
Yeah.
let's just be honest. Who's buying it?
Right.
Are they really buying it? I mean, that's a topic for another day, but
Yeah.
really, even from that standpoint, then maybe someone can learn from this, whether it's a mother whose daughter's like, I want this because this is why I want it, and they say it helps with this. I will show you what I really love that you could get at your local drugstore, and that is top of the line, truly.
Great.
So a couple things. Let's start with the cleanser.
Yeah.
And I'm really just going to kind of pull out two different things, and we're probably going to lean towards like acne skincare.
Okay.
And anti-aging, or what we refer to as like normal skincare.
Okay.
Okay. So with cleansers, one of my favorite cleanser of all time. I mean, it's so recognizable. Cetaphil.
It is.
I can't even tell you. Your derm will probably suggest this to you.
Yeah.
Your plastic surgeons, anyone who deals with skin, really knows products and really knows what to look for in products, will probably say, get to this. I'll have people come in with acne or other just like aging looking skin, and they have a routine.
Yeah.
And then they end up having like 15 things. And the first thing I'll do is say, stop everything you're doing and let's get back to basic.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cetaphil does have acne for acne prone.
Okay.
Has a little bit of salicylic in it, which is great. And it has like a little line, like a line of skincare. For cleansers, I love Cetaphil. La Roche, I seriously should buy stock in this.
Yeah.
I love it. This is the Hydrating Gentle Cleanser is like from normal. Anybody can really use it all the way to dry. I wouldn't necessarily use it every day if you have more oily skin.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's really almost like a cream cleanser.
Gotcha.
So people.
So the other one, Cetaphil, any skin.
You got it.
This one, oily.
Yeah, it's kind of pushing it. I'll tell you what, for oily skin, and you can go back and forth on your. Think about it. You wash your face and then you wash your face again in the morning. You don't need something harsh in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? When you're washing your face at night, you're washing off the day. More than likely makeup and so forth.
Yeah.
So I just like to remind people that you can sometimes use the salicylic acid skincare at night. And then in the morning, it's just like a nice cream rinse.
Yeah.
You know, if you perspire.
Now, I don't want to get you off your groove here, but you keep saying salicylic acid.
Yep.
So there's that, and then there's hyaluronic acid.
Perfect. Yeah.
So when I'm looking for a cleaner, I'm not worried about those other acids. I'm only worried about.
If you're looking for a cleaner, say for your daughter, you want to look at salicylic.
Okay.
Okay. If you're looking for a cleanser for just about everyone else, you want to look for hyaluronic acid as well in it. But just hyaluronic acid for like anti-aging.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So my daughter and I shouldn't be using the same facial cleaner.
Probably not. It's going to do one. Probably not if you're washing your face twice a day.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It can be very harsh. Yep, absolutely. Like Epiclear is La Roche's entire line for acne. So I didn't bring it out today, but it comes in a dropper like this, and it's pure salicylic acid. So when I have teens, I use pure salicylic, and I sometimes mix it with pure hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
And I'll kind of get into why I do that. But I love their line. It's not over drying. It really is wonderful. But I will say, if you're a young person or someone who's struggling with acne, even if they're not young people, they consider this a medicated cleanser.
Okay.
Okay. But I would still have like a basic for gentle skin foaming wash, or get the Cetaphil. Okay. So that they're not stripping their skin constantly twice a day with this.
So they're doing both.
I say always have a backup, because if you see some kids, when they have acne, they tend to get too dry.
Yeah.
And then you get this whole other issue with your body trying to produce more sebum to try to naturally balance out your skin. So I usually tell people, if they're going to do a salicylic acid wash, do it at night when you're washing the day off.
Okay.
Then they can do this in the day, put it in their shower. And this is like morning. You
nighttime.
got it. And if you see getting overly dry, okay, do this every morning and one night a week, just to help your skin balance.
Okay.
I will say a lot of times I do put this on everybody. It even says daily. It's great for combination to oily to extremely sensitive skin. I'm telling you, if you could only pick one, I would go with that.
Okay.
I really would. I love it that much. Truly.
Wow. Okay.
And so inexpensive. So when it comes to cleansers, I love La Roche. I talk about them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Cetaphil, you can't go wrong.
And we mostly stock the spa with La Roche. Yeah.
That's most of our back bar is La Roche.
Yeah.
It's just such a great. I believe it still is. I don't know. You can't quote me on that. But it was #1 in Europe for like years before it even came to the U.S.
Oh, wow.
And then it came to the U.S. You had to go to salon, just like anything else.
Yeah.
And now they have all their displays in Walgreens, I know, and I'm sure CVS as well.
Yeah.
The entire skincare line. So that heads me into, okay, so we talked about cleansers. What about moisturizers? Okay, sure, let's talk moisturizers. I have a couple here that I love. This kind of falls back into CeraVe is great for like someone like myself,
Mm-hmm.
which I do use. But I do switch up skincare throughout the week. So I do different things. But CeraVe, when you see moisturizing cream, you can use this on your face and your body.
Oh, wow.
It's excellent. It's affordable. And so for me, I love it. It's one of my favorites. I put my kids on it. Like as they get to be a certain age, it's not super occlusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
it's like it's thin.
There
like,
you go.
Yeah.
And that's why. So it's excellent. Face, body, everything.
Yeah.
It's really a one-stop shop. So I tell people, if you're looking at what to start with, you don't know where, you're not going to hurt yourself getting these two guys.
Can I see the CeraVe real quick?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the Super Bowl commercial with
No.
the actor named Michael Cera, and he did a whole.
Oh.
Listen, CeraVe had a Super Bowl commercial this year because and
Wow.
they used the actor Michael Cera, and he
like-
did this funny Michael CeraVe, it just was.
That's great. No,
it
I
just
honestly
made me laugh.
didn't,
Yeah.
but I do love it.
Yeah.
What I also love about it is this has it's excellent like for dry skin without the occlusive. It creates a skin barrier.
Yeah.
It's also great for a lot of things, perspiration, bacteria,
Okay.
that kind of stuff. I do love this. It's also wonderful under makeup.
Oh, okay.
I love it. When you want to get a little bit, okay. So a little bit more. We all know about it, right? Excellent night cream.
Okay.
Under $20.
Wow.
And I also like these boost serums. I
Okay.
use them. I have 3 different types of boost serums that I really, really love. But these are great because you can either use it on its own or you can boost your CeraVe or your other lotion.
Oh.
I do love it. So, and the only reason I'm talking so much about moisturizing as well, like night cream and all of this, is because it's winter.
Yeah.
And we got dry heat.
Yeah.
And I will say this until I'm blue in the face. If you don't have a humidifier in your room, what are you doing?
I know.
Okay. Just saying. You can find Amazon, they're inexpensive. Now, here's the thing with humidifiers, though. If you're going to do that, I would be so happy if you guys could take pictures of your humidifiers and put them in the comments. I would be thrilled. However, they don't have to be very expensive because if you're not going to change out the filters and all of that, just pitch it. Pitch it after a year. I mean, you can get them for $15, $20.
Yeah, it's just worth
Just
it.
pitch them. I mean, because you do what you
My kids have humidifiers.
I know. Exactly.
I know.
And
I
you
know.
need it.
I
Like
know.
we need it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I do always go back to. Humidifiers are so important.
Now, I'm sure you're going to touch more on this, but you keep talking about a night cream.
Yep.
As compared to the day one. So
Correct.
we're supposed to be using different moisturizers night and day?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. So what would be different for your moisturizers night and day? SPF. All right.
Obviously in the morning, right?
You got it. I love this one because it's an SPF 50. So there's a lot of controversy. Anything over 30 is like, why? 50 is fine.
Yeah.
There's hundreds are a little weird. 90 SPF. 50 is usually as high as I'll go.
I'm a fair skinned girl, red hair. Obviously, I'm going to burn. I always go with a 50.
Yeah, I just think anything above that is getting a little more chemically involved.
Right.
I do love this specific kind, especially not by the beach, but as a day lotion.
Oh, okay.
You can use it at the beach. I mean, it is an SPF. But
just even driving in our car,
That's
I don't
what
think
I'm
people
saying.
are realizing how much the sun is hitting our skin, and we should be wearing SPF.
And you know, when it's SPF, usually see how clear it is?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I love
Yeah.
it. And it has your magic hyaluronic acid in it. So this is a fairly new product with Eurocin, and I love it. I absolutely love it. You guys know when it's 50, it's usually like the most, it's like diaper cream.
Wow.
Rubs
Look at
in,
that.
and it's not going to make your skin, you're not going to be, you can touch it, overly oily. Like it doesn't have occlusive. I
No,
love this product. I really do.
That's
so
fantastic.
this is the day.
Morning.
You got it. And this
instead of the CeraVe, or you kind of mix it up based on your day.
In the morning, you can mix it up if you want, but this
I'm going to be home all day. I just use CeraVe.
You got, if you're
I'm not going out.
Not doing anything, use CeraVe.
But I'm running around doing errands. I'm going to use the one with SPF.
Boom.
Got it. Okay.
That's only if you have both.
Yeah.
If you were to ask me, some people say, Jackie, well, if I had to pick one, what would I pick? And I'd probably pick this. And I'll tell you why.
The regular CeraVe.
Because then I would tell you, if is it for saving money or whatnot, I would tell you get an SPF and mix it in it. Or whatever, and use it there, and that way you have your lotion.
Smart.
You have your cream and so forth. And the night, there's a lot of different things that happen at night, which I love. A night cream has a hyaluronic acid in it. A good night cream has hyaluronic acid in it, which it does. It's also got several different vitamins B5. I also think on this one.
Oh, you have your glasses on. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it does. Okay, because that's why I love it. Essentially, when you're dealing with anything with hyaluronic acid, just like this you had during the day, you want it to be light. You don't want it to be heavy.
Okay.
But at night, especially if anti-aging, we can get heavy.
So hyaluronic acid is for anti-aging.
Well, it's for hydration. So hyaluronic acid, and here I'll show you this little thing. Give me your hand. This is pure hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
So say you had CeraVe that you love, you can drop that on it, or you would put this on first, and then you put on your lotion.
But what's it doing? It's hydrating my skin.
You got it. It holds 1,000 times its weight in water. But it feels like water. It doesn't feel.
It does feel just water.
Yep.
Yeah, it just feels like water.
But it is amazing. You can just add this dropper, just like I have a salicylic dropper as well. And this is La Roche as well.
Okay.
And you can add it to your skincare if you want. Truly, if you're like, well, no, I love everything and I don't want to mess with it, drop a bad boy in that.
Okay. Hyaluronic acid hydrates your skin.
You got it.
Helps with anti-aging.
Mm-hmm.
Say the first acid again. I always mess up that word.
Salicylic?
Salicylic acid.
Yeah, salicylic is more for acneic skin, but it also is a bit of an exfoliator. So then it's not bad if you used it once a week or so.
For my skin.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody, okay. So that's the difference between those two.
Hyaluronic acid is holding moisture.
Okay.
Salicylic is almost drying up.
Oh, smart. Okay.
So that just meant. So I do love their night cream. And since we were talking about the hyaluronic acid, like I said, La Roche at Walgreens, CVS, and everything has droppers. And I have this. I also have it's in a green, and it's in their Epiclair brand, the salicylic droppers.
This stuff used to be only available at the high-end
makeup
store, and now it's available in Walgreens.
Yeah,
drugstores.
It used to be like $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Like, that doesn't even look like a drugstore product.
I know. They're
amazing. From when we were growing up.
Oh, no.
But now it's
when we were growing up, it was like St. Ives.
Yeah.
Good Lord. And Noxzema. That was like fancy.
That was it. I know. That was really it. I'm
now,
trying to think of the name of my grandmother's products.
Pond's? She didn't use Pond's.
Oh, she might have used Pond's.
Oh, I was like,
but I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm thinking of her makeup, Jeanette.
Yeah.
I mean, every grandmother wears Jeanette, right? I mean, there's the yellow and gold box.
Correct. Now, this I love. This is a multi-purpose cream. It's for soothing, but I do bring it. I love it, and I'll tell you why. It's excellent for extremely, like when you have something going on with your skin. Can you tell we use a lot of it?
What is this? What is this cream that you're putting on?
God, that's what ends up happening. This is for like, my skin is dry. Okay. Now, it's not going to feel like overly occlusive.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, like after a treatment on your face.
Oh my gosh, this feels amazing.
It does. It's not sleek.
It's like locking in the moisture.
That's it.
Yeah.
It softens and everything, but this is excellent.
Yeah.
I use it here all the time. It's a balm. But I don't like to use the word balm when you guys can't touch it because you're going to think occlusive.
Yeah, you're going to think thick and gross. It's not at all.
And it's not what's going on. I'll tell you what, I like this too. This was not a bad idea for slugging, and I don't know if you've been hearing that whole trend.
I have heard. Yeah, what is that?
So slugging is something, and I do it. I've been doing it for years. We didn't call it that. I just called it like locking it in.
Yeah.
But and I brought it up to kind of segue into the next. Slugging, there are different products that you can use now. I know that Versed has one, and I think I pronounced that right. I don't know. Versed? I have no idea. I think it's Versed. They have one where it's called a night mask, but it's a slugging mask. So what that means is you put on your hyaluronic acid at night, eye cream, maybe a spritz of some sort of toner or antiseptic, and then like your favorite moisturizer, and then you take an Aquaphor type or a slugging product like the night cream from Burst, and if I remember it, we'll put it at the bottom of this, and you rub it on everything. It locks it in.
Oh, okay.
Think about that, right? Like you are locking that in, and I'm telling you, you will wake up.
That's like a locked-in mask.
You got it.
Yeah.
You'll wake up moist. Your lines will be softer.
Okay.
You don't want to do it too much because your skin should dry at night, like breathe at night.
Oh, breathe. Okay.
So 2-3 times a week, I do it in the winter,
Mm-hmm.
or when I have not even in the winter. If I get too much sun and I feel like my face is like, I've been to the pool too much. I feel like even though I use SPF, I feel like it's like leathery.
Yeah.
If I really want to just soften my skin,
Mm-hmm.
this is an excellent thing to put on top of it to slug.
What is this called again?
This is the balm.
Soothing
From La
Therapeutic.
Roche.
Okay, multi-purpose cream, Balm B5.
Yep. And they have, this is B5, almost everything that I like in here has B5.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, Aquaphor, the reason why I brought this, and I'll be honest with you, I have not used it, but I've heard about it. Aquaphor, instead of slathering Aquaphor to slug, because it's a good, affordable way to slug, Aquaphor is not that expensive. They now come in sticks, and I do love the stick. Think of like a sunscreen stick.
Oh.
They didn't have it, and I have it.
Okay.
So after you're done, I keep it next to my bed, and then I just put it over all of my skincare.
And
I make
it
sure it's
locks
dry,
everything in.
and it locks it in. But Aquaphor now has a spray.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I really am not wondering if...
Stop.
I swear. Now rub your hand together. Do you feel
What?
that? That's what
Yeah.
you want. So I'm telling, this is the first time I've read all about it. Advanced therapy, the spray Aquaphor. You wouldn't believe me. It's like Aquaphor without that thick, Aquaphor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where your hair sticks to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is going to be a life changer for a lot of people. This is
Wow.
amazing.
And that's just like, I feel like
That's
it locked in all
Look.
the moisturizer. Wow.
That's exactly right. So you're basically like, you just slugged your hand from all the products that I put on there.
Okay.
And you can do that as well. Again, don't forget to always treat the neck and the décolleté.
Right.
This is,
We should always
figure it out together. This I love. I can't suggest it enough. This is amazing.
I've learned that, like, we're supposed to treat our neck as an extension
Of your face.
of our face. My grandfather always said,
No.
people can have as much work as they want done on here.
You can
If
tell
they're not,
age.
you can tell the age by the neck.
I can't believe your
Then-
grandfather said that because
My grandfather's a chemist.
oh,
So he knew.
So true.
Yeah, he knew.
So huge. So that's just, I wanted to kind of touch on slugging because I know it's like a real buzzword now, and it really is it's a great thing to do. But just plain thick Aquaphor or Vaseline, that means
Oh.
no air is getting to your skin. That's a little much.
Yeah.
So I do tell people about that.
Okay.
Then I just have 2 side items.
Wait, I'm sorry. That's what people are doing with Vaseline.
Yeah.
Slugging.
You got it. Why?
Lock it. No, I
You're
see
seeing
that as
Vaseline on?
I've seen that as a trend too, that people are just putting Vaseline on their face. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, they're slugging
What?
probably.
what?
And that is, I mean, because sometimes you feel so dry, but don't forget you want something that penetrates.
Yeah, but Vaseline?
I know, because and then 2 side items that I love. It's kind of a catch-all. Bio oil. Dawn and I love bio oil. I use it. If I run out, I don't run out. That's how much I love it.
Because you always make sure you have more.
You got it. And I will wear it on my skin. Like I said, I sometimes switch up through the week. This will be something I'll put on my skin in place of hyaluronic acid one night, or I'll mix my hyaluronic acid with it. Just depends what my skin is feeling. Scarring. Soften scars. You massage it into it as soon as you can when starting with the scar.
Oh.
What else? Even skin tones. Soothes burns. I mean, it stretch marks, scars, aging and dehydrated skin, Helps even the skin tone. I absolutely love this stuff.
Get out.
I could bathe in it.
Oh, wow.
It is.
It's not what I thought it was going to look like.
Yeah,
I
this
thought it was
is
going to be a
something.
dropper, honestly.
No.
Is it a spray?
Nope. And it's something that I always have told my client. I just love the smell of it.
Oh, okay.
It's really an awesome product, and for the price point, it does a lot.
Where do you use that? On your face, on your hands?
Yes,
Everywhere.
everywhere. Face, hands. I mean, I love the smell of it. Some people don't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not super strong, but and again,
I like that.
I love it. So sometimes I'll even put this under a moisturizer. The only time I would say not to use this is during the day when you make up, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Right? But CeraVe is excellent for that because it's not occlusive.
Right.
Or if you don't want anything too occlusive at all, you would just put on hyaluronic acid and some SPF. Drip, drip, drip. Call it a day.
In lieu of your moisturizer lotion.
Oh, you got it.
All right. Wow.
And so this is like when I say, "Ooh, your extras." A bio oil would be an extra.
Okay.
But I feel like a need because you could use it a few times a week. Just putting that on at night and going to sleep.
Your skin is amazing.
Cream.
Okay.
Well, thank you. But
bio oil. I'll be changing my life with
bio
that
oil is
too.
awesome. And then
Especially because my new moisturizer is out of stock on Amazon. It's a little annoying.
Well, that is irritating. That means it's good. Usually,
I know
like
but still.
I just got a new one from La Roche, and I'm going to try it for a little bit before I say if I love it or not.
Yeah,
so literally just got it yesterday.
Well, it's La Roche. You
I will love
stuff,
it.
so.
I know.
Okay, this is a.
And this is final. This is a retinol.
Okay.
Right? And everyone knows Rock. It's a great product. They were innovators. But they are known for their retinol corrections. And let me tell you, they are amazing. So if you're going to hone in on something new, sometimes people just get vitamin E capsules. Have you ever seen them?
Yeah, I didn't realize what these were. I see them all the time, but I never know.
Yep.
Okay, so you crack it open.
Yep, but here,
learn something new.
Yep, I need you to, because you'll be like, oh. So it's not only hydrating. And now people ask when you use something like this is night, no doubt. And this you would use all over your face. And then since this is the last product, I'll kind of show you the combos that I would do with what, or what to start first, second, third. This is night, just so you know. Rub it together. You'll know as soon as you start rubbing it.
Oh, that feels really great.
It has retinol in it.
Okay.
And it's one of the higher concentration of retinol.
What does retinol do? I mean, I know, but so
it's exfoliating your skin essentially over time. It helps, like you put it on your lines, your wrinkles around your mouth, plumps up your skin. And I love using a retinol in the evening, which is when it should be. When you're healing and stuff, you really, like something like that. This is an evening retinol.
Okay.
And you could do that, rub it in, and just leave it. And then there could be a couple days where you're like, all right, I want to lock that bad boy in with my new Aqua 4. And you just spray it in. I love this stuff. I haven't done that, but I guarantee it'll be fine.
You use the other.
I do. Yeah, I use the stick.
So now you know that.
Aqua 4. Yeah. Yep. So those are, these are like your products that really you're not spending more than $20 on anything.
Yeah.
On this table. And when people are like, all right, so what the heck am I using? I just kind of break it down. I'm like, if you're beginning and you don't know where to start, here's where you're going to start. If you want anti-aging, my suggestion to you would be a good Cetaphil cleanser. It's going to last you forever.
Yeah, that's a big bottle.
Good.
Yeah.
It lasts forever. Get the CeraVe. And I would be okay too with the Cetaphil Moisture. CeraVe just is a little better, but sometimes it's out. If you want to get the Cetaphil moisturizer, and you don't have to get the one with sunscreen. You can, but you don't have to, because if you do that, then you can't. I don't really want you using it as night.
Right, you told me that. Yeah,
and
make sure I'm not using the SPF at night.
Simple.
Yep.
So if you want to keep it simple, you would have your cleanser, your moisturizer. I love a retinol, and your sunscreen.
Boop. But the retinol we're only using at night.
Correct.
Okay.
This is day. You need some sunscreen
in the camera. So
sorry. So we'll have
cleanse, moisturize.
Moisturize.
This is every morning,
every morning, every night for those two.
Both of these every morning, every night.
Correct.
Got it.
But I do like to.
But I'm going to add retinol at night.
At night.
To my moisturizer.
And you could use this in lieu of this during the day if you're going to be out and about.
If you're going to be out and about.
If you're not, you just use that. And this is how basic. You're not even spending $50.
Yeah.
And look at the size of product. And then, of course, as comfortable as you get, hold that just for a second, You could then start adding your pure hyaluronic acid in, which is a little bit of a pricier item.
Morning, night?
I use hyaluronic acid whenever I can. It's almost always like a little base for me, or I'll drip it into anything. So, but it doesn't matter. I do think at night you do the most repair. So I would probably put it on at night. But you have a great retinol, and that's if you're keeping this retinol, you want to use it in the day. Use it before the retinol.
I was going to say, can you do both?
Yeah.
Because we talked about earlier how sometimes we're combining too many products and we're not really, first of all, we're putting a lot of chemicals on our body. And then
bingo on that. That's why I like these products. Just stay away from junk. But you can use both because there's none in this. If you're using this, though, during the day, you don't even need this product if you don't want it.
Okay.
Boom.
Got it.
It's got it. You're paying for it, but this will be your moisturizer for your day out and about moisturizer.
Got it.
And then you have your extras. Like I said, you get your bio oil. Because as you get comfortable, boy, you get your booster.
Oh, gosh. We talked about this last week, how I
all of a sudden
I have like all these new products.
Yep. So to break it down, though, you could have 4 easy products to start. You could do a Cetaphil and CeraVe lotion
with the retinol, and then if I'm going to stay in, I'm using SPF.
You got it.
Got it.
So technically, these 4, you're already starting a great.
This is a great.
It is.
What's the word we're looking for? Routine. Now, Jack, speaking of routine, though, like why you said you change yours?
I do throughout the week, depending on what's going on. For me, if I perspire more that day, and that's really what you should have more products for.
Okay.
Skin change, just like your makeup. Most women should at least change their foundation through the year.
Yeah.
Regardless, you can tell me all day long, Jackie, my face doesn't see the sun. It doesn't matter. In the summertime, you're walking from the car. You can wear SPF. I wear SPF every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Your skin tone changes. So just as much as that changes, so can your skincare. So for example, I use different skincare at night after work than I do a day that I'm not at work and I'm at home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. Very it's a little bit stronger in my cleanse. I usually don't do masks on the nights that I work because I use a little stronger cleanser.
Gotcha.
But my masks I'll do on nights off. I do use a couple masks a week. And over time, we'll kind of go through those products that I love and how for me, it's just looking hydrated without looking oily.
Can we just say, when I first started working here and I was clueless about this stuff, you would say, I'm going to send you home in a mask. I'm like, okay, sounds great. And I was like literally picturing either a mask that like you just put on or one of those
papery things
or dark mud looking. I'm like, oh God, she's sending me home with a mask.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was just
if they're clear. Just leaving, and even masks that I have at home. I'm sure some people have done, and I would like to do a segment on that.
Absolutely.
The snail products that are out. So it's basically the snail excretion. And so I just started that product line. Now, does that mean I use it every day? No. But there are 2 products that I am right now using every day to see if I like them before I even talk about them with my clients, because that's another buzzword. And sometimes buzzwords can just be that. Buzz.
Yeah.
So I like to try before we hop on board.
Okay.
But there's a lot of different reasons why I'll switch it up or do different things. In the summer, if I'm at the pool all day and I had SPF, I got to get that stuff off my face.
Yeah.
Right. And I also, people ask about different cleansers, like facial cleansers, meaning the machines. We use a little handheld machine here. I have one of them at home, but you don't need them. You can exfoliate your skin gently with just a little bit of a washcloth circling.
Should I be doing that every day?
Every day? No.
Okay.
Because you don't want your skin constantly trying to heal or constantly, so when you're really exfoliating, I'd let our skin does do a good job. It's slower as we age.
Yeah.
So that's something that you want to keep in mind. But you don't need to have, when you're talking about where to get started in your basics, there you have it. And we'll upload too on what to use first and when, depending on how many products you have. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But because there are nights where I have 6 products that I use.
Oh, okay.
In the evening. Well, how do I do that? Right?
Right.
I do want to say too, one thing I really have always suggested to people, because if you notice in here, there's no eye creams and things of that nature. Those are things that you could use, but we just want to start people off on where do I begin, what is safe for me to put on my skin, less chemicals, and what's going to help.
Yeah.
Not just mimic. I don't want to drop a lot of money. I want it to help. I want to get into a routine.
Yeah.
But with different eye creams and so forth, like I have 2 and 3 different eye creams that I use. So it really can go over time. And that's why I like to have that sheet of paper that says, okay, if you're doing this, one thing I always encourage people is once you start getting skincare products, especially eye creams, your more expensive things, your hyaluronic acid, you can buy a little mini fridge on an Amazon
I've heard you say
for $20. It's only for skincare products.
And keep it stuff cold.
It keeps it nice and cool, especially in the mornings when we wake up. We're all a little poofy.
Yeah.
But that's also excellent for your skin, that cool. I mean, we cool down off after almost every major treatment that we do here for that.
Well, I was going to say, we just talked about that.
So
you'll see it next week in the video we filmed today about the cooling off and the little fridge and stuff like that. So keeping it cold.
So but that's something plus you do make an investment, so you want to make sure they're working the best for you.
Yeah.
But you really can do it affordable. If you're looking at just a great line, if you're like, okay, I have a little bit more money to play with for a great line, you can't go wrong with La Roche. Okay. Walk in, they have anti-aging. They have ones for sagging skin, youth. Effaclar is their medicated line.
Okay.
Everything you could possibly need.
Great.
And again, pretty affordable.
This is fantastic. I feel like it's really giving people. You do get so overwhelmed.
I get overwhelmed. I have to go. Sometimes I'll go through my skincare stuff. Like, I haven't used this in over a year.
Yeah.
Why do I even have it? Like, clearly I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
There's some things that I tried that for myself I didn't like.
Yeah.
But even down to masks and things of that nature, because I do that a lot at home as well. There's so much, and it's really about. That's why we love people to come in. We love to give consultations, looking at your skin, what we would suggest. Whether it be for a micro or a hydrofacial or a laser, when you leave, we say, here's some products that we suggest. We don't carry product here. We are going to start carrying a few things that are kind of like my ride or die, and a lot of my clients use it anyway. So we might do that just for convenience sake, but there's not one line that is going to fit everything. So it's really about educating yourself on what to look for.
Right.
So that you can find every line that works for you. And if that means you have 5 different pieces, 5 different lines, that's fine, as long as you know what's in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it works. If it doesn't work for you, give it 2 weeks. But if it doesn't work for you.
Do you think that some of these products, I get shiny penny at some of these products that they're saying they combine everything.
I know.
Oh, these 7, avoid these 7 steps and just use this one. Do you think that that's really a great idea, or do you think it's worth it to do all the steps that you do sometimes?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what's in it, right?
It does. It depends on what's in it, but also the reason I don't like a replace all is because sometimes I want more or less of one step.
Oh,
I have more flexibility when I have all of my droppers, because there's a vitamin C one.
Gotcha.
And like I said, that's when you're really getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
But so when it says, hey, look, you can use this moisturizer, it's got vitamin C in it, hyaluronic acid. Yeah, but I got a higher concentration. What's the concentration? Why are you charging me X amount of dollars for this when I could buy 2 of the items for less? So there's a lot to look into.
Okay.
And that's why we like to educate our clients as well on what to look for and what would be best for your skin, not in general, but you came, I saw your skin, here's what I suggest, here's what to look for. And then you have more knowledge.
Yeah.
And I get texts all the time about, hey, what's the stuff you had me using? I'm in the drugstore. Hey, I tried this stuff. I love it. What brand should I try with this or that? And
I think that's one of the things that your clients love about you. And I know that your clients love that, and people that are coming in for consultations, I don't know if it's just because we do have that connection with our small business client connection.
Absolutely.
That you are so good at educating our clients.
And I think that's kind of our whole crew. I'm not sure. I know that was part of the reason, again, Dawn and I wanted to open. I felt like it was, I would get like a facial on something fancy because it was expensive.
Yeah.
And then they might try to upsell me there, but they weren't saying, hey, look, with your skin tone, here's where you are.
Yeah.
You know, when I have 30-year-olds in here and they're coming for the first time at 30, I'm talking about what's going to happen in the next 5 years, whether they have children or don't or are about to.
Yeah.
That's really when your skin takes a hit.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, my gosh, first off, 10-year-olds shouldn't be doing anything but washing their face if they're dirty.
I was just going to ask you about that. Like, what do you think about this trend? Like, these kids are probably doing more harm than good, then, right, for their skin?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And I'm not saying your daughters can't start a routine at like 11, 12, where maybe you see puberty hitting.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I am supportive of that. It's because it becomes a habit.
Absolutely.
It's very hard to make a 17-year-old start something. So I did my children, as soon as they started hitting puberty and getting little breakouts, was when I gave them a routine. But still, a routine, please. I would start with just, if I could just get them to do wipes.
Yeah.
And that's also something I encourage, and maybe we could do a small excerpt on that, women at different stages of their life. Like I know for me, I did a nice little write-up about postpartum. You got that newborn. I don't want to wash my face. I'm exhausted.
Right, yeah.
When she sleeps, I want to sleep or whatever. Yeah. And so I talk about skincare that I used to use during that time.
Oh,
so I could still keep up on it.
Yeah.
It wasn't as in-depth. It was a little time for myself, but it was quick and easy, and I was still keeping on top of things.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Hormones are crazy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways. You could come down for pregnancy masks, and then you got a lot of last one. It's like you just feel it's a blessing, but especially with your first, it's like, holy crap, what's going on?
Yeah.
My skin's dry, my hair's falling out. What the heck?
God.
You know? And
Yeah.
so it's nice to have somewhere to go. So that's what we try to be, I think. I really hope that we come across like that we just want to educate you. We're all in it together. You know, if there's something you're interested in or you see something out and about, I love when my clients text me.
Yeah. I love that. And thank you for giving us all, I mean,
sure.
I was your basic person before True Skin.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
So when you started giving me those basic steps, then as I've aged and as I've educated myself more, I'm adding more to my routine.
I say it all the time because some women will come in, are you kidding, Shiny Penny? Don't take me into a Sephora. Some beautiful little package with a little scrubber. I'm like, oh my God, I need it.
Right.
But I feel like when my clients learn as we go, then they can add on as time goes on. But let's get you in a routine, because going from nothing to just 3 or 4 basic steps will stop the clock on aging on your skin, retain that moisture, even the skin tone, soften the lines.
Yeah.
Keeping acne at bay, whatever the reasoning is. And then when you go on from there. But it doesn't have to be $1 million. You don't need one. You just don't. Okay. I love it too, but you don't. Yeah. You don't need it.
Speaking of little package, we don't have it here now, but you have a little package giveaway that you wanted to do, right? So we're going to be doing that on our social media.
Yes, we are. And so basically, we want you, if you scoot on over to our social media, like the post, share the post.
The rules will be in the caption for that. Yeah.
And it's going to be about $100 value of different skincare products that we talked about today. And when you win, we might ask you a few key points about your skin, so we make sure that it's customized to you, and then it's yours. So that'll be really exciting.
All right, great. That'll be on our social media when this video drops. So, all right, great. Hey, thank you. No, this is so educational.
It is. It's easy. Yeah, and there'll be other things we'll put up on there.
Okay.
Like I said, what order to put things on, because that's like, what the heck? And so we'll be putting those things up. So just be looking for all of that, and please ask questions. I love that. That's how I learn even more. I think we all learn from that.
She'll respond at 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's true. Don't sleep.
But I'll respond. You'll respond. So, all right. Thanks,
Thanks so much, guys. Absolutely.
Everybody have a great day.